All right, 1600. These guys game. We're going to take a look at the Armenian side. So these are new civs, so I might even have to cheat and check the tech tree because I'm not actually 100% sure everything in their tech tree. But basically, Armenians, they're going to be infantry and archer type civ, and Georgians are going to be more like a cavalry focused civ. But both civs, they do like to get that fortified church as soon as they reach the next age. Armenians, what their church does is it gives them one free relic and then also allows them to produce warrior priests to collect relics. Georgians, their fortified church gives them a 10% economy boost in like a 10 tile radius or something around it. Something like that. Anyways, it increases their eco. So they want to be adding a ton. The Georgians do. So they'll be on like monk and knights because they're going to have multiple churches just to increase the economy. And Armenians can probably go for something like pikemen with, well, they can even go Castle Age halberdiers because they can get the earlier techs. Castle Age halberdiers are insane. So you could have that. Or you'd stay on pikemen for a while though because halberdier is still 900 resources. It's still pretty expensive. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, they removed two-man saw, but buffed the bonuses or something. Yeah, which is good. Nice. Okay. But let's talk a little bit about the map. So this is going to be not the most exposed map. You'd probably want to do a little egg base. I wouldn't even wall to here. I would actually just wall, like, this. Just in a circle, like around this. You'd have access to these wood lines, like even 3 wood lines, quite a lot. Or you can even egg base just this and ignore this and this. Like you could go across the front like this and go. That might actually be even better. But I would probably not go all the way out here, all the way out here, like all the way in front. That's just too much walling, in my opinion. Okay. 40% instead of 25% is kind of crazy. Well, it's a percentage of a percentage though. It's like 40% better, but then it's on double bit axes 20%. So it's like you get 24% from double bit axe. It's not like as crazy as it sounds. It's good though. Okay, pretty sloppy game in general. All right. Well, we'll see if there are going to be some things that we can point out. Definitely pushing deer at this level is worth it. Like, look, we're idling 0. We've got the houses as part of the wall. Like, everything is pretty much perfect. Maybe these could have been underneath, but what can you do? So if you can push deer, have 0 idle TC, and your build order is still completely fine, then pushing deer is fine. But, of course, you do want to be scouting. You definitely made a mistake sending the scout back. It should have been going directly forward. So, a little bit of a mistake there. And looks like Georgians got loom early. So Georgians, they start with less food, which makes their early game really tough. You have to force drop a lot. And I guess the opponent was just like, yeah, I don't really feel like playing like that, and I'm just going to get loom early. So that puts his economy pretty far behind. Once you get loom, then it'll be... The vill count will be equal, but you'll always have that extra resources from having the villager earlier. So it's pretty good. Yeah, this game... Oh, Duke Canada. Thanks for the prime. And Are the new civs balanced, or do they get some very subtle advantages? Yeah, they're actually hard to play, so they are kind of considered underpowered right now, but I think people just don't know how to play them yet. I think it was the same with like Poles, I guess, because they're just weird. Stop walling, or they end up with mushroom base instead. Yeah, hey, well that works. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go for some militia. Yeah, makes sense. It's fine. Although we're up on 20. I don't think you can really do 20. I guess it's gonna be like French rush style. These need to get moving though. Man, the longer we sit, the worse this gets. What happened here? No. he's Georgians. Okay, so another bonus of Georgians is that their scouts or their cavalry regenerate. So you just took a bunch of damage, and he is just going to get a bunch of all his health back at some point. So you really don't want to take these little fights against Georgians. Oh, you're actually going to... Wait, what? You should have just gone with 2. I don't know why we're delaying this just to wait for a third one. You could have been here already with 2. And it's not like you're upgrading these to men-at-arms so you didn't go to gold. So yeah, this, as you said, was pretty sloppy. This... I feel like you changed your strat at the last second or something. It's like you didn't really know what you were doing. But yeah, just 2 militia would have been okay, because you would have gotten here. And obviously you should never have taken that fight. So you have a full HP scout with 2 militia. You deny this, and suddenly you maybe even win the game. But instead you waited for 10 gold, which delayed the militia, and then lost the scout for free. And he didn't even need to run. Honestly, blue should have just made little wall, and then kept his guys on food. Him actually leaving berries for no reason is really bad for him. He's going to run out of food. So, yeah. Heard multiple pros say that they're broken. High-low micro mule kites insanely efficient. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not. It's a bit more efficient, but it's not insane. I think it's balanced. Okay, scouts getting in, because guess what? We didn't do the egg base, the little egg base. We're trying to make... You're kind of doing it, but it needs to be even tighter. And also it needed to be up earlier, because he's going scouts. And at this point, it's like you almost have to just resource wall, because he's going to have a bunch of scouts here. And these are just kind of pointless. At least hit the mule cart, if he's going to use the mule cart as part of his wall. Is it? Yeah, it is. The mule cart goes down pretty fast with only 300 HP. And only 1 melee armor. Okay. But anyways. We don't need to wall this as a priority. Like this side and this side. This as well. So I think you need to consider your walls a little bit better this game. 100%. Making it a little bit late to gold as well. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that just... You didn't really know what you were doing strategy-wise, and that's why it feels like you're kind of just randomly doing stuff. You're just playing really reactive, whereas if you had your strategy thought out earlier, then you would have been able to have a much more successful early feudal age here. And I think part of the reason why you didn't have your strat thought out properly was because you were pushing deer. So yeah, you were able to execute the build order in Dark Age, but you weren't able to actually think about the follow-up in Feudal Age. So that's what I do in the Dark Age. It's not just about executing the Dark Age build order. You want to think a little bit about how the map is, how you're going to wall eventually, maybe even like where you're going to make TCs eventually. And then you can think about the opponent's base, like he has this, so controlling this area could be good. And just commit to a build order, or like commit to an opening. Don't just make a couple militia and then be like, oh, maybe I make 1 more militia. It just slows you down. And yeah, obviously, if you aren't super decisive with what you're making at this level, you're going to get punished. Opponent made a big mistake running his vills away from the mill, though. The only reason he has like no units here is because he just gave up the mill for no reason. Because he could have just walled it. So I think this is going to be a bit of a slow feudal age. Yeah, look at these walls. Ay, ay, ay. They work, but they're not good. They're so big. We're going to speed to castle age, or at least to when you click up, because I don't think anything else is really going to happen here in this age. You're just going to get the walls up. You might send another army, but he'll be able to fight this. Maybe? He should be able to fight this without losing any vills. Yeah. Yeah, you just don't have enough stuff. Unfortunately. These never got upgraded. Yeah. These things are weird market placement. But alright. Fair enough. And you're up. You actually saved your militia, so you could heal them in the TC and then have them come back later. It's not even bad. Oh, no blacksmith. Okay. We're going to go for ranges. Okay, you're making archers. Good. Armenians probably should play archers. It's kind of their standard. So, I like that you are fortifying this side, because that's, of course, where he's going to attack. Your map sucks, though. Like, look at this. Gold here, gold here. Oof. You can get a TC on this hill, though, which is kind of cool. Even a TC here, but you definitely don't want to let him have this area, which is really hard if he's going to play knights and probably a siege. Well, and monks or whatever. So controlling this area could be difficult, which is why I think you want to think about pikemen in this matchup, especially on this map. You're going to confirm that he's on 3 stables, so you're going to know this is not a TC play. This is like he is going all in. You know, 3 stables now. This is the time where you just be like, okay, time to make pikemen, because he's going to have a ton of guys. Monastery for sure, or getting the fortified church for sure, but also pikemen, especially because you have the Halb option as the civ. So, yeah, I think that's the way. But, well, you know about this, so come here. Wait, why are we coming in the front? Oh, yeah. At least go here, right? Okay, anyways. Oh, not even fletching? Oh, yeah, just run. Honestly, you just... Man, if you were getting bodkin and crossbowman right now. Again, every single time somebody's gone crossbowman today on this in this stream, it's just been completely botched for the timing. I know it's kind of hard, but, like, imagine you had crossbowman and bodkin right now, which you should. You hit here, 2 vills down. You kill all of these. He's so scared, but you're so late getting these upgrades. It's just too slow. Is it worth going straight house, given the 3 stable? Yeah. I would say that you would probably want to be making pikemen, and then once you confirm that he actually has a lot of knights, then go halbs. No reason to invest into halbs, and then he just doesn't even go units. 3 stables is enough to assume he's going to go full knights, but if he sees you're on full pikes, he just won't. And then you invest into Halb, and he doesn't even have stuff. Yeah. So you could have done a lot of damage if you just got your upgrades properly there. You had the units in the right spot, but just missing one step. One piece of the puzzle. I like that you're adding the TCs, although you should add them with 3 or 4 vills. It just comes up at a more optimal time. Oh, you got 2 vills up here. That's nice. You almost have to get out now, though, because you know the Age of Knights is here. The Age of Crossbowmen is over. We kind of missed most of the timing. But you got the damage done. You killed 2 guys. If you can get out, you'd be good. I like that you're killing the skirms, though. It's good. And now you really have to get out. If you can draw these knights over this way. No. You should have just retreated. Now you guys are dead for sure. Unless you have monks coming, but doesn't look like it. Okay. Nah, I guess he didn't quite have enough. It was close. At 300 gold is halberdier. Well, no, it's the food cost is really expensive too. 300 food. Gold is cheap in Castle Age, but 900 resources is a lot. It can be good in some situations, but yeah. I would say that I would be making some pikes here though. 100%. I don't know why. He went 3 stables, but he's actually only using 1. He's got like 33% efficiency. So he could have just had one stable and it would have been the same. I don't know what the opponent did in terms of eco management, but it was a bit of a fail. I guess he didn't have enough on gold or something. Tend to press my expos too long, get caught by the Age of Knights. Yeah, as soon as the opponent's up, you have to assume he's starting making knight production at that point. So you have to think, okay, in 30 seconds, he's going to have 3 knights. In 1 minute, he's going to have 6 knights. 6 knights kills my crossbowman, so I need to be out of there, like in a place where I can retreat from within a minute of the opponent reaching Castle Age. So before that time, okay, you can do damage, but you really need to be able to get out. Unless you're just so far ahead that you have so many crossbowmen that you just can't kill them. But again, it depends on the situation. But you were lucky you got out in this game, so that's good. And that's walled. Oh, he's going to catch you here, though. It's a bit unfortunate. You might get one, though. Oh, nice. Yeah, he does kill it. Oh, this guy. Oh, that's kind of bad. Do you have a monk coming out? You do. Oh, man. That can't happen. This was good, though. Nice little raid here with the 1 knight. Okay, you kind of have to wall this in. Oh, he didn't go here. He should have gone here. These were free vills. He should have gone here to kill those. Yeah, these are just going to get walled in now. Now he's kind of stuck in your base, though. So now it's okay, because now he's going to lose all of his knights for, like, what? A few vills? As long as you don't let him out. So that ended up actually being good for you, by the way. Oh, nice donation of this monk. That's pretty bad. You really needed one conversion here. Honestly, like, one conversion was kind of important. Ay. Well, I mean, it still wasn't good for blue. I think I would rather be the guy who just killed all of the knights than the guy who just lost, like, what, 3 vills? 3 vills for, like, 7 knights? Yeah, you threw a few monks, but it was worth it for you. Completely fine. Yeah, you can garrison mule carts. They're really... Well, they only have 300 HP. If you couldn't, they would die so easily to knight raids. So, anyways. Opponent just not using his resources effectively. He should have had 3 times as many knights. Then he's in a good spot. But he added 3 stables, and then he just kind of... It delayed his TCs, but then he added TCs later. And look, this is what it gets him. A 20 vil deficit. Just because he added too many production buildings that he didn't use early. If you're going to have those production buildings, you have to use them. Otherwise, you're better off adding farms and TCs. So, next step is to just keep this position. Never let the opponent get a castle here, and then you're probably okay. Basically, going to stone. Yeah, you're going to stone now. I think you're playing this properly. Just don't take any damage and don't give up map control. And then go for the next attack in Imp. You don't want to like try and say sneak these around this side because you could get caught out and lose your army. Okay, even a one for one there is okay, especially because you get to keep the knight. Come on, like get the knight out, and now this thing can go raid. So yeah, units are a bit out of position though. I would say if you're gonna have your guys chilling, they should be here. Yeah, see, going for an attack here is not the way. You're already ahead. So you're already ahead. So why do we need to do more damage? This is so risky. We could be throwing our lead. Yeah, you could get slightly more ahead, but also you could also throw your lead. So I think just the safe play in this situation, because you're so far ahead, is just to chill, get a castle here, prevent the opponent from getting a castle here, and then go Imp, and then, you know, just standard push with Trebs in Imp. Because what can happen? If your army's out of position here, or dies, well, you don't have map control right now. What if he selects his entire economy and puts a castle here? That's going to suck. And that's completely preventable. Now, where is he going to place a castle? This is 1600, like... Oh my god, he's doing it. Like, this guy. This guy is 2k in his head. Oh my god. This was totally preventable. But you just have to follow what I just said. This guy is watching my stream from the future. He time traveled for this game. He knows. No, that's not going to help. He knows. That was the perfect play by blue. You were out of position. And he knew you were out of position. So he just comes down here, uses his mobility to get the knights in position. And suddenly he has the best castle in the game. Why the tower? Well, sometimes you can deny the castle with a tower, but it wasn't the situation for it. Yeah. Blue's a god. That was the perfect decision making by blue here. So have to give him credit. We're only like 9 vills up now too. So the eco management kind of just died during that. Like he placed a castle and then your brain just shut off. So we need to probably get to Imp. Wait, that's him again? Okay. You need to get a Oh, you're going to get a castle here, right? Oh, TC. Okay, well, as long as your military is here, he won't... Oh, actually, blue could throw it as if you just get your military here. It's fine. Do you see him? You don't see him, though. You're going to see him now, though. Blue will never get this up. This is actually good for you if he goes for this. You see it. You see it. No. What are you doing? Why aren't your... Dude, your crossbowmen literally just need to walk over here. What do you even do? You see this? You're actually just letting him get the castle up for no reason. Well, I guess the game's over now. All you needed to do was just click your crossbowman over here. Ay. Well, that was a fail. Rip. All he could kill was like 2 vills with the knights. You just ignore those and go for the vills. And you have to get close so that your guys don't miss. Getting castle dropped to death. It was totally preventable, though. Totally like, both these castles were preventable. We just needed better army positioning. Sometimes just controlling the hill, especially when you're ahead, just control the map and then go for that imp push. But we got out of position. Opponent took the map. And then, because he took the map and your golds are like this, that's a problem. So just having the foresight to realize your golds were so bad and that this position is so important. And just don't move the crossbowman from here until you're imp. That's basically all that needed to happen. Focus fire is super bugged right now. When you try and focus fire... Or maybe it's attack move as well. I don't know. I only played a few games on the current patch before I went on holidays. But yeah, when you try and micro units, your guys just regroup and they like move backwards. They do negative movement when you try and move them. Now we're trying to push from both places at the same time. And that's a little tricky. Manaspas are crazy because they train super fast and they're super cheap. And they do a lot of damage. This unit actually might still be broken, even though they're not bugged anymore. But yeah, this is going to be really hard. I do like this, though. These really good walling. It's kind of necessary. Georgians spend less on their repairs, though, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Okay. I like that you're making a lot of trebs, though. I would say that Arb is probably a good upgrade as well, but again... If you had just played pikes in the mid-game, if you played pikes, and then you have halbs here, it's going to be way better than... I don't know if you made these knights, or maybe they're all conversions, I don't know, but... can you win this? He has elite, doesn't he? It's just over. Blue, he just got ahead here, and then... This unit is legit a bit busted, and GG. So, well played by Blue. Did you have any questions about this one? Because there were a lot of points where you could be confused as to how you lost that one. Wait, do they have a bonus against archers? Really? No, they don't. They just do, like, 20 damage, and they cost not very much. And they train in 11 seconds. So it's just a crazy unit. They do extra damage the more you have around them. So he only has like 24. If you have a big ball of them, they just crush everything. Securing the secondary gold was so key. Yep. Okay, so I'll ask because I'm close and yellow. When do you transition Expo to Pike and Castle? Yeah. If you have more units than your opponent, like say that your crossbowman can still fight his knights, no need to add pikes. You add pikes when the opponent's knights get a little scary and you can't kill them anymore. Or if he's adding in siege, and it's like, okay, pikes can still kill siege if they're out on the map. So if he's pushing with siege, then crossbow and pike is better than just full crossbowman. Or, well, in that situation, you might want to go crossbowman and your own siege, but it's really when you get behind. If you don't lose your initial crossbowman and you can always fight his army, then there's no reason to add in a counter unit because your counter is just more crossbowman. Composite going got better? I don't know. Yeah. So you basically Ectorino was already ahead here. He was ahead 20 vills right here. So the next step, we're at 70 vills. We need to get to 30 farms, and then we click to imp with a castle on this hill, and then we just push. And 100%, you just do that simple strategy, the game's over. But we got a little bit, we were playing these like knights. If you're knights, you're thinking, oh, I want to raid the sides, I want to like maneuver around. Like this is a knight raid, but using crossbowmen. This is how you use knights. But you have to play crossbowmen a bit differently. You have to be a little more intelligently with your unit movements because you can't just get your guys in position. So if you were knights, okay, well, maybe you have some more reinforcements coming, rally to the hill or whatever. But, yeah, you kind of oversent guys here too. You just can't get these guys in position to stop this because your guys are so much slower and his guys are fast. So, yeah, I think really Blue made a huge play right here. It was really strong. Okay, I am gonna end the stream here. So let's find somebody to raid.